Good day, ma'am and classmates. I am Sherwin A. Daduya from Group 2 and I'm going to report the types, characteristics, and limitations of foams. So, here's the examples of foam. As you can see in the picture, there is a different types of foam like flexible and rigid foams. Pero meron pang iba't ibang klase ng foam na aking didiscuss. Umpisahan natin sa flexible foams. Flexible foams are useful when you need a material that bends, flexes, or absorbs force without damage or delamination. When we say delamination, it is separation into constituent layers. Flexible foams can be used for padding or cushion market and gasket material. Second is the rigid foams. Have a matrix structure that gives them little or flex or no flexibility. They can be sealed to prevent fluid absorption or air penetration for flotation, insulation, or gasketing. As you can see in the picture, this foam can be used on insulations. Madalas din itong ginagamit sa mga refrigerator para ma-minimize yung yung paglabas ng cold air. Next is the syntactic foam. It's a composite consisting of rigid hollow glass, carbon or polymers, microspheres held together by a metal, polymer or ceramic matrix. The hollow particles make up more than half of the composite's volume. This means that foam has less density, more strength, a lower coefficient of thermal expansion, and it resists compressions. Current examples for syntactic foam: marine riser tensioners, remotely operated underwater vehicles, autonomous underwater vehicles, boat hulls. Kung mapapansin nyo, ang mga example ng syntactic foam is kadalasan na ginagamit sa water which involve ang buoyancy. Kaya itong foam na to is nagagamit kadalasan sa mga machine na ginagamit sa water. Next is the memory foam, also known as a viscoelastic polyurethane, was developed by NASA. Alam naman natin na ang NASA is the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. For space shuttle seats, it becomes more viscous at lower temperatures and also responds to heat including body temperature to become more elastic and pressure sensitive. This means it converts to a living human body and makes it a good choice for use in mattresses. Ang memory foam is kadalasan na ginagamit sa ating bahay, like ating mga kama. Ito ang ginagamit is para maging komportable ang ating mga katawan, para ang katawan is mag-shape ayon sa iyong pagkakahiga upang di ka magkaroon ng mga body pain. which is number 1 is sa sakit ng likod. Next, the next type of foam is the responsive foam. It means feels soft when you apply pressure relatively slowly. However, if you hit or slap it, it becomes firm. The foam does not act like a spring load but instead relaxes, which makes it good for cushioning and seating application. Itong foam to is kadalasan na nakikita sa ating bahay din, which is na gagamit ito sa sala set o sa upuan ng mga sasakyan natin. Na mga na nakakatulong sa atin upang makaupo ng maayos. Next is the reticulated foam. It is a type of foam that has a low density solid foam. From its name, reticulated means like a net. Reticulated foams are extremely open foams. There are few, if any, intact bubbles or solvents. Itong reticulated foam is can be used into our home again. Kung alam yung sponge ginagamit pang hugas ng pinggan, kung makikita mo sa likod niya is meron siyang reticulated foam na nakadikit sa kanya, kaya hindi na ito bago sa atin at nakikita na natin ito. So next, mapunta naman tayo sa characteristics of foams. Here's the characteristics of foam. Number 1, bulk density, the mass per unit volume for a material. Next is the tensile strength, the maximum stress needed to fail or break the material in a tension loading test. Tensile strength is natakal na naman natin to sa iba't ibang klaseng metal, material, o maging sa ating deformable, which is it is a measure of the strength when the material was tested in a tension loading test. Next is elongation. Elongation is the percent of deformation occurring during a tensile or other mechanical test like compression, like the compression, tensile test, at iba't iba pang mga test na nagkakaroon ng pagbabago sa length ng isang material. Number 4, tear strength, used to measure the tear resistance of foam, rubber, elastomeric foam, and other thin and flexible foam materials. Noise reduction coefficient, or NRC, indicates a foam's ability to absorb noise. It is the ability of foam na ina-absorb ng noise upang magkaroon ng minimize voice na makapasok sa isang lugar na which is insulated or isolated by a foam, like the rigid foams. Nakakatulong din ito para ma-minimize yung voice na pumapasok sa isang comfortable room. Next characteristics of foam is the thermal conductivity. Measures the linear heat transfer per unit volume through a material for a given temperature gradient. Next is the electric strength. Maximum voltage a material can withstand before electrical breakdown. Alam naman natin to. Na ang dielectric strength is ito yung ito yung kaya ng isang material para hindi siya magkaroon ng problema when it comes to the current flowing sa isang material, at upang hindi ito magkaroon ng depresya o kaya kung sa foam is para hindi ito masunog. Last is the ability to reduce or slow flame spread or resist ignition when exposed to high temperatures. At yung ability din ng foam din na ito yung characteristic ng foam na dapat nating ingatan, sapagkat ang foam is alam naman natin na madaling masunog ito, kaya ito ay isinasali sa isa sa mga characteristic ng foam na dapat nating pagtuunan ng pansin: flammability. Next is the limitation of polyurethane foams. Polyurethane is a leading member of a wide-ranging and highly diverse family of polymers or plastics. Polyurethane can be a solid or can have an open cellular structure, in which case is called foam, and foams can be flexible or rigid. Na-discuss ko na kanina yung flexible and rigid foams. So ito yung mga limitations of polyurethane foams. Number 1 is the health problems. Polyurethanes are widely used in many applications like building insulations, footwear, and paints. Energy research shows that polyurethanes release toxic fumes that are not healthy to inhale. People who are overexposed to polyurethane fumes experience health problems including allergic reactions, rashes, difficulty in breathing, or lost consciousness, and even blindness. So take note, if your eyes or skin come in contact with polyurethane foams, and clean and rinse them thoroughly to avoid health problems. This is the number 1 limitation of foams: health problems. Alam naman natin na lahat ng bagay na hinahaluan ng chemical is nakakasama sa ating katawan, so kailangan nating proper na paggamit, proper na pangangalaga sa mga gamit sa ating sarili. Number 2, environmental issues. Polyurethane foam emits toxic fumes if burned. Some blowing agents in polyurethane produce greenhouse gases that have negative effects on the atmosphere. So di na rin bago sa atin ang mga environmental issues like the ozone layer, like sa pagkasira ng ating ozone layer. Merong may mga news tayo na nagiging okay na rin ang ozone layer natin because because hinihil niya ang kanyang sarili, which is good para sa atin. Pero take note, though polyurethanes are not toxic as many other chemicals, they still harm the environment. Kaya iwasan natin magsunog ng mga foams para hindi ito makapekto sa ating environment. Next is the durability. Short life is a major advantage of polyurethane products. Polyurethanes have hydrocaustic tendency, i.e. water absorption characteristic. Matrices made from polyurethane foams absorb water and gradually disintegrate and lose their quality of support. So, alam naman natin na number 1, kapag ang foam nabasa o kaya na-expose ito sa water, magkakaroon siya ng hindi inaasahang amoy or odor na odor na hindi kaaya-aya sa ating amoy. And yung pagiging matibay nito kapag nabasa na siya is magiging less na kumpara sa dati, sapagkat ito ay isang material na hindi dapat nababasa palagi. Lastly is the odor. Nabanggit ko kanina is yung amoy ng isang material, especially the foam. Polyurethanes emit odors and fumes, though they are not highly noticeable. The petroleum-based chemicals and flame retardant fumes cause physical pains, especially in case of mattresses and paints. This becomes irritating. Prolonged exposure to this smell may make people ill. Woodworkers who use polyurethane finish also encountered overwhelming fumes. So, kung nasubukan nyo ng mag-cut or maglagari ng isang foam, mapapansin mo ito na yung odor na is sumisingaw. Kapag tapos yung para siyang alikabok na umaano sa iyong ilong, which is ang amoy niya is hindi maganda, which is itong amoy na to is napupunta para sa ikasisira ng ating kalusugan. Last limitation of foams. So, have a good night. I am Sherwin A. Daduya from Group 2, and this is my report in foam manufacturing. Thank you.